Time right now, just before 6:16. It's time to bring in Chief Meteorologist James Fann. And James, you received some incredible sunset photos and videos over the weekend.
I think about 88.4% of Alabama, they're down at the beach. I don't blame them. Come on, it's that time. So had a lot of great shots last night. And obviously, the weather has just been incredible over the Memorial Day weekend. All these shots were taken last night. And a lot of folks maybe are headed down to the Gulf Coast maybe today or tomorrow now that school is out. And if you're headed down that way, the news is good concerning the weather. We see no really major precipitation event for the Gulf Coast this week. And there might be a little shower or two along the way, but probably not that many. And again, all these shots were captured last night from the Gulf Coast. Up this way, things were looking good. Love that shot. That was taken from Railroad Park during that big concert last night. The place was packed, and the weather just is so nice, low humidity. And you know the deal. I got to slip in a cow and barbed wire fence picture. That was also taken last night. But again, back to the Gulf Coast. Hurricane season begins Thursday of this week, June 1st. Sometimes you can have preseason systems, but not this week. The Gulf of Mexico is very quiet. The Atlantic Basin very quiet. And quite frankly, our weather is going to be quiet up this way. This is the rain for the next 7 days. And you can see there's just not that much. This is suggesting that most locations will see under 1/10 of an inch. And like you've talked about, Taylor, there might be a few spotty showers or storms along the way later this week. But again, for the entire state, prospects of a major high-impact event are very low for the next 7 to 10 days. And sometimes we like it that way. The weather nice and quiet. Back to you.
Thanks so much, James. This is what we look like this morning. This is from our Children's of Alabama camera. We're looking over downtown Birmingham. Mainly clear sky early this morning. Pleasantly cool. Our temperatures are in the 50s in a lot of locations. That means a wonderful morning for a walk or a jog. By 8 a.m., we are reaching into the low 60s under a mainly sunny sky. Upper 60s at 10 a.m. We're very close to 70 degrees at that point. And then we'll be in the mid 70s at lunchtime. That is below average for this time of year. Wanted to give you a closer look at where we are right now. So almost everybody starting the day in the 50s. The exception, Utah, reporting 60 degrees this morning, but there's a little bit of a crispness to the air with that lower humidity. Later today, I'm forecasting a range of highs anywhere from the upper 70s to the low 80s. Mainly sunny this morning, partly cloudy by the afternoon, and we'll have a little bit of a north breeze at times, just making it feel wonderful. You really couldn't ask for a better forecast this time of the year. I know a lot of folks are likely going to be outdoors, spending time by the water, whether that be by a pool or by a lake. And as we move through the day, we will turn partly cloudy by the late afternoon, but I'm not forecasting any kind of rain or thunder today, with much of the day holding in the 70s. So that is, once again, below average for this time of year. Our average high for this date in Birmingham is 85 degrees. Today, I'm forecasting a high temperature of 79. So enjoy this while it lasts, because the heat will be building as we head through the rest of the week and moving towards next weekend. Your dinner forecast is featuring a partly cloudy sky. Once again, we are dry, so that means any kind of outdoor grilling plans looking good to go. 7 p.m. we're in the mid 70s, upper 60s by 9 p.m. Here's our highs over the next 7 days, and you'll see that they are trending warmer. By tomorrow, we are near average in the mid 80s. After that, we'll be reaching into the upper 80s and low 90s, with quite a few locations likely reaching into the low 90s as we approach the weekend. So the summer-like heat will return. But as James was mentioning, it's a fairly quiet forecast for our state. We don't have any major rainmakers in the forecast over the next 7 days. Rainfall totals likely to hold at or below 1/10 of an inch. So just a few showers here and there, with the better chance to see any kind of rain or thunder coming on Thursday. But even then, just a few hit and miss showers and storms, especially during the afternoon and evening hours. But there are going to be some folks that don't see any rain at all over the next 7 to 10 days. A very summer-like pattern for central Alabama.